Okay, so let's talk about something huge. When is the right time to get married? It's a question pretty much everyone asks themselves at some point. We're going to dive into a really compelling argument from a creator named Ritu, and her whole point is, well, maybe the answer is later than you think. And right off the bat, she kicks things off with this really stunning personal contrast. Her mother married at just 14 years old, while she herself waited until 22. It's such a powerful way to show that, even though we're talking about the same thing, marriage, the world has changed so much, and what it actually means for your life has changed right along with it. Ritu really pushes back on this idea that marriage is just another small life update. She says people think it's no big deal, but it's not just a small bell of change. No way, it's like a huge gong that just echoes through every single part of your life. Your career, your friendships, your identity, it literally reshapes everything. So the first major cost she points to is something she calls the maturity deficit. Basically, her argument is that when you're young, you're just not really equipped for the enormous responsibility of marriage. So let's explore what she means by that. This really lays out the two mindsets perfectly, doesn't it? On one hand, you've got that teenage brain, which is all about fantasy, excitement, and that I want it now feeling. But then you've got the mature mindset, which is grounded in reality. It understands that you have to compromise, that things won't always be perfect, and you have to be able to adapt when life throws you a curveball. And what happens when you bring that immature perspective into a marriage? Well, it can cause a lot of problems. It can lead to deep insecurity. You start putting these totally unrealistic movie-like expectations on your partner. And, well, that fantasy just comes crashing into reality, creating a lot of friction. Okay, so let's move on to her second key point, which is this direct conflict between building your career and starting a whole new life with someone else. I mean, it's a constant battle for your focus. And the source lays out a timeline that, let's be honest, we all know too well. You don't just graduate and become financially stable overnight. Nope. You start at the bottom and you have to grind for 4, 5, maybe even more years with pure heads down focus just to get to a comfortable spot. Which brings up a really critical question. During those super important career building years, where does your focus actually go? Can you truly give 100% to your job and to your new marriage and to your own personal growth all at the same time? It's tough. Something's got to give. And that's the trap right there. When you're trying to be the perfect employee and the perfect partner and also work on yourself, you run the risk of doing none of it particularly well. Your career can stall, your relationship gets strained, and your own growth kind of gets left behind. But okay, beyond maturity in your career, the creator also points to these other, less obvious risks that come with marrying young. These are kind of the hidden challenges that can catch a young couple completely by surprise.
And she points to some really serious stuff here. Health complications from having kids too early, the emotional drain of insecurity in a relationship, and the tough reality that not every partner actually makes your life better. And of course, when things are chaotic at home, that turmoil is absolutely going to follow you to work.
So after all these warnings, what's the solution? Well, the creator's advice is really clear and, I think, pretty empowering. It's all about focusing on building a strong foundation for yourself first. Her message is to use your youth to invest in the one person you can always count on, yourself. This is the time to be relentless, build your career, set those big, scary goals, and just prove what you're capable of. It's all about securing your future first. And this is the core idea, right? Build your own stability first, financially, emotionally, professionally. Because when you do that, you enter a partnership from a position of strength and choice, not from a place of need. You're not looking for someone to complete you. You're bringing a whole, complete person to the table. And that leaves us with a final question to really think about. If we follow this logic, the right time to marry has absolutely nothing to do with your age. It's about being prepared, being mature, and being self-sufficient. So the real question isn't how old you are, it's how ready you truly are for one of the biggest decisions you'll ever make.